Hi sweet friends, welcome to Uniquely Vintage You. My name is Michelle and my sister Cheryl and I welcome you back to our channel. We post new videos every Monday and Friday, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel and if this content blesses you in any way, I hope you'll consider subscribing to be a part of our YouTube family. Today I wanted to share with you a video of my Halloween, and before I get started I just wanted to let you guys know that I collect vintage Halloween or Halloween that has been in my family, things that were mine as a child, those kind of things. So I don't want to offend anybody because I love the Lord with all of my heart, and I would never do anything that would bring disrespect or dishonor to my Savior. And so with that being said, I just wanted to share with you how I decorate my home for Halloween. What I use and the things that I like are things that bring me joy and remind me of a happy time as a child. So I hope you'll stay tuned and watch and see how I decorate this little area in my dining room with some of the vintage Halloween decor that I've collected over the years, or that I've even had as a child. So to start off with, I just have this old crock, and I've just put some greenery in there, and most of it is from Hobby Lobby. And then I just added some dried leaves and set this really pretty orange pumpkin. I've just added another little one on this stool, and then just some more real leaves. And as you can see, I kind of have a few things already set up on this buffet. My crock, I have some books. Some of this is from how I decorated in the fall. So in this one crock, I just added another little crock right inside so I could lift up this black feather tree that I have. I think it's so pretty, and I'm just going to place that inside this crock on top of another old crock, and I'm just going to place some bags around. And then when I get the bags placed around, I'm just going to take some of that natural raffia and just put on top. Once I have that in place, I'm just going to put a few little pumpkins around just to bring in that touch of orange, white, and just to make it look more like Falloween. Okay, I don't know if Falloween is even a word, but I like fall more than I like Halloween. But I do enjoy a few things like this. This was my sister and I in my trick-or-treat basket that we carried every year when we went trick-or-treating. This is my sister Tammy's. I think my sister Cheryl has mine. But I love this. It reminds me of such a good time. And even the smell of this bucket reminds me of being a little girl. But this is one of my favorite things. And I've just taken it and used it right here and placed inside one of those flickering little candles. Okay, now I just want to add this witch's hat that I made several years ago. I just have some cardboard, and on top of that I've just made a cone and added just some little embellishments all around, and I'm setting that on top of my trick-or-treat bucket. But I absolutely love this. It just brings me so much joy to pull out my little trick-or-treat basket when I was a kid. Okay, this is one of my favorite things. I love these choir boys, these old paper mache jack-o'-lanterns with the faces. And this one is in really rough shape, but it didn't matter. I just had to have it. I absolutely love pulling these out every year. And I just want to show you how cool he is. And inside, I've just placed one of those little flickering little candles. This came from Amazon, and I will list them in the link below. But to top him off, I'm going to add this hat. And this was one of the costumes that my mother made my sister Tammy, and then of course it got passed down to all of us. But It's a hat that she made to go with the witch's costume that we wore when we were kids. So it is definitely a treasure. Okay, here's another one of those little choir boy buckets. I love these paper mache. They're all vintage. They're all really old. This one didn't have a face, so I just kind of made my own face and put inside. But I've added another little candle. And then the smallest one that I'm going to show you right here, its face is intact barely, but it's there. And I know he has a lot of wear, and you can tell they've actually melted a candle. They would burn a real candle inside of those, so it's just a miracle that some of these have even lasted. But they are just one of my favorite things. So to top off this stack of pumpkins I have this old vintage party hat. Is that not so cool? I mean, doesn't Halloween have the most amazing graphics? They are just so incredible. So I'm going to add this to the top, and I just think that just makes it complete. Okay, this is one of my other most favorite things. My mother would get these out every year. This is one from my childhood. I absolutely love it, and I have it plugged in all of its glory. Up top you can see I also have a Halloween sign. I love getting that out every year and displaying it with all of my vintage decor. Okay, this is another paper mache, and it is a witch, and I actually got this from a family member. They were getting rid of it, and they were gracious enough to give it to me, and I was so excited. So it was one of those little candy containers, so I'm just going to take that and fill it up with some candy corn. I think it is so cute. I just love imagining these old pieces and how they were used, and the sweet little kids that got to use them. I just think that's such a fun thing to think about. Okay, over here I've added another old vintage plastic little bucket. So I've just added some raffia inside, and I'm also going to place one of those little flickering candles in just a minute. I also have another little one. This one's old too. I think they're just so cute. And like I said, I've just added some raffia, and I'm fixing to add in those flickering candles. And these are so neat. They actually, you turn them on, you leave them on, they're on a timer. I think they run for 6 hours, and then it turns off. So you don't have to take them in and out each time. You just turn them on, they run all that time, and then they'll turn themselves off. So I have it where it comes on in the evening. And I just think it adds such a pretty glow to all of these celluloid pieces that I have, and these paper mache little containers. This cat container, it's not vintage. It was painted by Kathy Ruger. She was a toll painter, and I met her at a convention where I was sitting at my stuff, and she had this for sale, and I just thought it was so adorable. So I love getting that out each year as well. Now I'm going to add this cute little spooky sign that I got. I love that. And then I'm using these velvet pumpkins that came from Hobby Lobby, and as you can tell, I've just replaced those fake stems with some real ones. I think they just make them look so cute. And you know, none of my fall decor is complete without adding some of these real dried leaves. So I'm just going to place these all around, and I think this just really makes everything look better. I just love bringing in the elements of real nature inside. And I have this cute little card that says trick, and I'm just going to place it in one of my little flower frogs. I thought I had the word treat as well, but I couldn't find that one. I could only find the trick, so I guess it's just going to be trick this year. To add to my vintage collection, I have this cat. Isn't he so cool? He is so cool. And these pumpkins, and they're really old. They say on the front, made in the USA. That's what that says. I know it doesn't really ever focus, but it's printed in the USA. I've got the cat and I've got the two jack-o'-lanterns. And like I said, they are just one of my favorites. I usually don't display them because I don't really know where to put them, where they look good. So this year I thought I would just add them to a banner. So I'm going to take some small little paper clips and I'm going to add it to this felt banner, this felt banner that I have. I'm just going to paper clip them on, and I think that's going to look really cute. Okay, now just to add over to these file cabinets that I have sitting on top of these suitcases, I'm just going to place this old receipt book. I love using old things like this in unexpected ways. I've got a couple of trays here, and I'm going to add this paper mache smiling cat that I have. He's super old too. Inside of him I have one of those same flickering candles, so I'm going to just turn them on. And that's all you do. You turn it on and then it will last for I think 6 hours, and then it goes off. So it's actually set on a timer, and you don't have to worry about turning them on and off, which is so great because that can be such a hassle when you have them in so many different things. I'm going to add this cute little jack-o'-lantern. He's really primitive. I made him years ago, and he's just one of my favorites. So I always pull him out each year. So I'm going to add him to the tray. And then around the tray, I'm just going to add in some fall leaves and some acorns. I think that will complete the look and make it look really cute. So to complete this look, I've just added a cloche, and then I'm going to add this spray of little floral pieces that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to kind of bend them so they'll lay around the perimeter of these trays. And I just like that wispy look. I love all the different layers and textures. I just think it's so pretty. Okay, moving over to my china cabinet, I just made a banner. It's just using a lot of different things, but it just says spooky on it. I've had that for a long time as well. So I just placed that on the doors. I've kept this the same as I did all my fall decor. The only thing different I've added is I've added this book. It's called the Giant Halloween Book. It's so cute. I've added that, and then this just kind of smiling little jack-o'-lantern. A couple of cards that say ghoulish, and then to the very top I've just added this really pretty orange and black owl and a cute little boo sign. And last but not least, I've just added this cute little sign that I made a couple years ago. It's the first Halloween, and I just think it's so cute. He's again one of my favorites, and I can't wait to display this sign every year. But that pretty much completes this look. The only other thing I'm going to do is just add some candlesticks, and that will be all of my fall decor in this area. So you guys have to leave me a comment and let me know, what is your favorite thing? Do you use any of the items that you had when you were a child? I just think that brings so much charm, and it truly reminds me of just the best childhood that I had. I was so blessed to have wonderful parents that raised us to love the Lord, and they just spoiled us with all these wonderful holidays, and it was such a great family time, and I just wouldn't trade those moments for anything in the whole world. So I hope this video was a blessing to you and you enjoyed seeing all the vintage decor. It's just all one of my favorites. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, one more thing before I go. I ran across these little tickets that I found. They're orange and black. They're 10 cents each. Aren't they so cute? And I just had to sprinkle those around to complete this vignette that I created. I think they just add an extra special element. But if you're like me, you can never have enough decor. So if you like more, then hopefully will really enjoy this little display that I put together. Okay, the most important part of this video is always the verses that I leave at the end. And this verse is so special. It says, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. In his faithfulness will be your shield and rampart." Psalms 91:4. You know, God is so good to his children. He loves us. He wants to protect us. He wants to provide for us. He's our waymaker. And you know, the most important thing, I feel like I say that every time, but the most important thing in this whole world is to know the Lord your God as your Savior. And if you don't know him, I pray that you'll come to know him today. And if any of you guys need prayer or support, just please leave us a comment below. We would love to pray with you and just share with you the love of God. So thank you guys for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye guys.